Assalamu alaikum friends of grade 6. I hope you are fine and spending your Ramzan in good colors. Friends, your English teacher from Allied School. I have come with your English grammar lessons. Today we are going to read our lesson number 3, nouns, at page number 14. So friends, our lesson is nouns. Noun means the name of a place, person or thing. A noun is countable or countable. You can see in the box two types of noun. Countable, one is countable and the other is uncountable. A noun is countable or uncountable. Countable means that can be counted. Uncountable means that cannot be counted. Look at these examples. Here you can see in the pictures water. Water is uncountable because we cannot count water. Lamp is countable because we can count lamps. Sand. Sand is uncountable because sand cannot be counted. And two pigeons. Two pigeons are countable because we can count them 1 and 2. So uncountable nouns have been shown with green color and countable nouns have been shown with red color. From the above examples, lamp and pigeons can be counted. Such nouns are called countable nouns. Countable nouns can be singular or plural. They can be both singular and plural. They are used for people, animals and things. Things like water and sand cannot be counted. Such nouns are called uncountable nouns. Some more examples of uncountable nouns are milk. Milk cannot be counted, so it is uncountable. Advice. We cannot count advice. Steel, wood, applause, assistance, luck, pollution. All these things are uncountable because we cannot count them. So they are called uncountable nouns. Here in the box you can see a description. Let's read it. It says, sometimes we can make an uncountable noun into countable by adding an article before it. So it says that an uncountable noun can be turned into countable by using article. Article is a or the and making it specific. When we add article to something, it becomes specific and it becomes countable. For example, A. A is an article. A piece of advice. Here we have studied that advice is uncountable, but here we have added an article A with advice, so it has become countable. A piece of advice. A business. Business is uncountable, but when we add the article a with it, it becomes countable. A business. Okay friends, let's understand. Copy the following sentences in your notebooks. Underline the nouns and then say if they are countable or uncountable by writing CN or UN under each noun. So you will underline the nouns in these examples and you will write CN for countable nouns and UN for uncountable nouns. Number 1, please give me water. Water is uncountable as we have discussed in the example above. So you will write UN here. There are many trees on both sides of the road. Trees are countable because we can count them. Similarly, road is countable because roads can also be counted. So you will write CN here. Number 3, furniture can be made from wood as well as plastic. Furniture is uncountable noun because furniture cannot be counted. So you will write UN here. Wood is also uncountable because we cannot count wood. You will write UN here. Plastic is also uncountable because plastic can also not be counted. So you will write UN here. Number 4, there is sand in a desert. Sand is uncountable because we cannot count sand, as we have discussed above in the example. But here desert is countable because here article a has been used. A desert, so it is countable. Give me 4 flowers. Flowers is countable because these are 4 flowers, we can count them. Nouns can sometimes be both countable as well as countable. Some nouns are countable and uncountable at the same time. When we use a word in a very general sense, we can use it as uncountable noun. When a word is used in general sense, in common sense, in usual sense, such as chicken is eaten by many people. Many people eat chicken, it is usual sense. She has long hair. Business is good these days. The crow is drinking water. These words have been used here in general sense, so they are uncountable. We can use a. It is indefinite article to make specific references to separate units of uncountable nouns. So if we use indefinite article a with an uncountable noun, it becomes countable. I saw a chicken. So students, chicken was uncountable, but when we add indefinite article a, it becomes a chicken and it becomes countable. Number 2, she cuts off a lock of hair. Hair was uncountable, but we have used indefinite article, so it becomes countable, a lock of hair. She is into a garment business. Business was uncountable here, but by adding indefinite article, it has become countable. He gave me a piece of advice. Advice was uncountable, but by adding indefinite article, it becomes countable. So friends, now we are going to solve our practice exercise B. Copy the passage in your notebook. Complete it by filling in a countable or an uncountable noun from words given below. You may add a, an or the if necessary. Some words may be used more than once. A, n, the are indefinite articles. The words have been given here. We will use these words in the given passage. So let's start it. One day Alice saw a very peculiar umbrella shaped object in the sky. It was a flying saucer. Here we have added indefinite article a and it becomes countable. It was a flying saucer. Soon it came and landed in an open ground. We have added indefinite article an here, an open ground next to the stadium. She ran back and told her friends about it. They reported the matter to the police. Here we have added the article the. When the police neared the site, they could hear a peculiar sound. It was coming from the flying saucer. The police at once cordoned off the area and put guards. People believed it was a spy ship. So friends, we have filled these blanks by using the given words, and we have also added the articles a and the. Now come towards exercise C. At next page, copy the following definitions in your notebook. Complete them by adding a suitable set of nouns and a and an if needed. You may refer to a dictionary to find out the meanings of the words if they are unfamiliar. Number 1. A crouton is a small square piece of bread. Here 3 words have been given in the brackets. You will use these words in the blanks. Square piece of bread, usually fried or toasted and served with soap. Number 2. Muesli is a kind of cereal, usually served with milk at breakfast. It is a mixture consisting of dried nuts and fruits. Here we have filled the blanks by using the given words in the brackets. Number 3. A democracy is a system of government. Here we have added the article a system of government in which everyone in the country can vote. Here we have used three words given in the brackets. Our next sentence is a detective is a police officer. Here we have added the article a. A detective is a police officer whose job is to discover information about a crime. Here we have also added the article a, and we have used the given words in the brackets to fill these blanks. So our next exercise is copy the following sentences in your notebook. Underline the nouns and then say if they are countable or uncountable. You will underline the nouns in these words and write countable or uncountable. A large bird dived into the water. Bird. It is countable because we can count birds. Water is uncountable. Number 2. These flowers are lovely. Flowers can be counted, so they are countable. Lovely is uncountable, so UN will be written here. We bought furniture made out of wood and steel. Furniture is uncountable noun, wood is uncountable, and steel is uncountable. We must strive for peace. Peace is uncountable noun because we cannot count peace, so you will write UN here. So friends, here is our last extended exercise. Copy the sentences in your notebook. Fill in blanks with countable or uncountable nouns. You can choose the answers from the words given below. Here the words have been given and you will fill these blanks by using these words. Stan is a very good actor. Poverty is a curse. Actor is countable. Poverty is a curse. It is uncountable. Stella has a son who is full of affection. Affection is uncountable. Give me 2 pens. Pens is countable. I am not able to open this jar. Jar is countable. So friends, we have completed our lesson number 3. You will solve these exercises in your books and learn them. Students, now we are going to write an essay in our creative writing. Our essay number 2 is my favorite teacher. Here I have written some vocabulary words that I have used in this essay. Your task is to write this essay in your notebooks and underline the vocabulary words. So let us start reading our essay. There are many teachers in my school, but Miss, here you will write the name of your favorite teacher. Miss is my favorite teacher. She is my class teacher and takes her attendance on daily basis. Although she has a strict personality, she is very caring and kind by nature. She is very punctual and always comes to class on time. She teaches us. Here you will mention the subject of your favorite teacher that she teaches you. She teaches us and tells us interesting stories related to our topic of studies. She has perfect command over her subject and makes difficult things easy to understand. She teaches us to study and share things with our classmates. Owing to her lovely teaching style, the students of her subject are very bright. She has won many teaching awards and she is liked by all. She always inspires us and encourages us to do something great in our life. So my favorite teacher, Miss, is like a guide who motivates us to do well in our studies. I always feel blessed for having such a lovely teacher in my life. Friends, your task is that you will write this essay in your notebooks, underline the vocabulary words and learn the essay. Assalamu alaikum friends. Your English teacher is present here with your English grammar lessons. Our today's topic is forms of verb. Friends, there are 4 forms of verb that are used in tenses. present, that is V1, first form of verb. Second is past, V2, second form of verb. Thirdly, past participle, V3, third form of verb. Fourthly, present participle, V1 plus ing. Students, as our today's tense is past simple tense, in which we are going to use V2, second form of verb. So it is necessary to learn some forms of verb. You will learn these forms of verb as I have given here. Awake, it is first form of verb. Its second form is awoke. Third is awoken. And fourth form, present participle, is awaking. Our second word is beat. First form, its second form is beat, same as the first form, and third form is beaten, and fourth form is beating. Third word is become, its second form is became, third form is become, and fourth is becoming. Next word is begin, second form began, third form begun, and fourth form beginning. Number 5, first form bent, second form bent, third form bent, fourth form bending. Number 6, bind. First form is bind, second form bound, third form bound, fourth form binding. 7, bite. First form is bite, second is bit, and third form is bitten, fourth form is biting. Next word is bleed. Bleed is first form, second form is bled, third form is bled, and fourth form is bleeding. Next word is blow. Blow is first form, second form is blew, third form is blown, and fourth form is blowing. Students, you will use these forms of verb in making your sentences of past simple tense that I have given you in the homework, as it will come in the next in the progressing video. Students, now we are going to start our next topic of English grammar, that is tenses. In the previous video, we have completed our present simple tense. In this video, we are going to study past simple tense. It is also called past indefinite tense. As we have discussed 3 types of tense, present, past and future, we have discussed the first type, present simple tense. Now we are moving towards our second type, past simple tense. So let's start to study past simple tense. It is used to express an action that happened or completed in past and is over now. So it is the expression of an action, a verb that happened or completed in past. An action that has been completed in past, in the previous time. The action that has been completed in the time that has passed, and the action is over now. No part of the action is remained to be completed. It is fully completed action in the past time. So it is past simple tense. For example, he worked in Dubai last year. This sentence shows that he worked in Dubai last year. He worked in last year. His work has been completed and no part of his work has been remained. So it has been completed in the past, in the last year. So it is past simple tense. Past simple tense is also used to express a past habit. A habit that was in the past. For example, he exercised every day. It shows the habit of the pronoun he, which was found in the past and was completed in past every day. He exercised. His habit was completed in the past, so it is past simple tense. Students, now we are going to discuss the rules of past simple tense. Our rule number 1 is second form of verb or past simple is used as main verb in the positive sentences. So second form is used only in positive sentences. Rule number 2 is base form or first form of verb, that is identified with V1, is used in negative and interrogative sentences. So in positive sentences we will use positive second form, and in negative and interrogative sentences we shall use first form of verb. Rule number 3 is did is used as an auxiliary verb or helping verb only in negative and interrogative sentences. So in negative and interrogative sentences we will use the helping verb did. There will be no helping verb in positive sentences. There will be only second form of verb in the positive sentences. But in negative and interrogative sentences we will use first form of verb along with the helping verb did. So friends, by keeping in mind the above discussed rules, now we are going to discuss the structure of sentences. In positive sentences, our structure will be subject, we do, second form of verb, or past simple, and then object. Examples are I killed a snake. I have mentioned subject and second form of verb and object on the sentences. You can see subject is I, as I have mentioned, as killed. Killed is we do, second form of verb according to our structure and our formula. And our next is object. Snake is object. I killed a snake. Our second example is he ate a mango. In this sentence, he is a subject, ate is we do, second form of verb, and mango is object. So friends, you will make 10 more examples of past simple positive sentences like these in your need work homeworks. Now we are going to discuss negative sentences. In negative sentences we shall use subject plus did, that is helping verb, as we have discussed in the rules. Did and then not, then first form of verb and then object. Its examples are I did not kill a snake. Students, as we have discussed that we shall use first form of verb in negative sentences. So I have used first form of verb here. You can see I is subject and did is helping verb according to our rules. Not I have been used as it is negative sentence, and kill is our first form of verb and snake is object. Second example is he did not eat a mango. In this sentence he is a subject, did is helping verb, not has been used because it is negative sentence, eat is first form of verb and mango is object. In interrogative sentences we shall use helping verb first of all, did, and then subject, then first form of verb, then object, and in the last question mark. Our examples are did I kill a snake? According to the formula, helping verb did. Did is helping verb, and then subject is I, first form of verb is kill, and snake is object. Did I kill a snake? Second example is did he eat a mango? Did is helping verb, he is subject, eat is first form of verb, and mango is object, and in the last we have used question mark. So friends, by keeping in your mind the rules that we have discussed about past simple tense and the definition and identification of past simple tense, you will keep these things in your minds and you will make 10 positive sentences, 10 negative sentences and 10 interrogative sentences in your NEET notebooks as homework. So friends, we have completed our task of this week. This is your 1 week's task. You will practice tense, past simple tense, learn the story and learn the definitions and forms of verb. Allah Hafiz.